if there's pain during the experience, what do I do to try to move forward from that? And what do I do to try to prevent the pain? Hey, I'm Chase, a Perth-based bodyworker for women and couples, specialising in sensual and kind of massage. Pain for women is a part of their life in a way. And so whether it's someone with vaginismus, which is a serious condition that a lot of women have, or if this is the first time they've ever been in a room with a male before in their life, they may be a virgin. And I've seen many, many virgins all the way up to their 50s. So there's always going to be an element of pain for women. And I think I'm not an expert in pain, right? I'm an expert in... So what I can do though is if it's someone that's vaginismus, it's either a medical, like medicine-based, psychological or physical reason, right? And so the psychologist will, therapist will refer their client to me for touch therapy, let's say, in a sense of being able to help them move on from the psychological reason, right? Because they can't touch their client, but they can refer them to someone in this industry. So what I would do is I wouldn't expect them to move on from that pain straight away. This is going to be probably a couple of sessions, involved into this healing, right? So we're going to really try to prioritize relaxation of the mind and the body, really getting her to relax with me, relax with the environment, relax with the massage, relax with the touch, relax with every part of those steps, because if you can't relax from those steps, it's going to be painful. So vaginismus is where you are so tight that anything that tries to enter is painful, right? And this is brought on from like trauma, etc., negative experiences. I'm sure there's other reasons I'm not mentioning right now, but it just clenches because it's like a flight response. It's like a fear response. It's like, men with erection issues and they can't get up because of trauma or horrible experiences, right? Or in their head. But for women, it's that. And so what we try to do is get her comfortable with every part of the space and me and everything, and bring a little exposure to that pain. So I would also recommend her, exploring her own body, right? Going home, exploring her own body, creating her own erotic mind, and exploring what that pain could feel like first, and then coming to see me, so that at least she has some kind of an idea on what it's going to feel like. It's like going for a needle, right? I know it's going to be painful, but it's a certain amount of pain that I'm expecting and that I'm comfortable with because I've had it many times before. Of course, some people don't like needles ever, right? And they don't like pain ever. But we all need to get tests and we all need to have a needle occasionally, right? So you got to be comfortable with that little bit of pain. And of course, that can make it worse. That can make it tighter, right? But incorporating all that relaxation and that exposure therapy and that trust in me as a provider, eventually you're going to relax more and more, right? There is certain medications you can take to relax. You can also, you can also apparently, and I'm not condoning this, but apparently you can use poppers, because gay men do use poppers to relax their muscles for... I can't even say it here. I just can't say it. So use your imagination, right? So women can use poppers to help relax their muscles as well. I'm not saying go buy poppers for this. I mean, speak to your, doctor or do your own research and take it at your own risk. But it is something that has been used before. So I think if you can use all those sort of things, it can be a gradual gradual therapy where you're going to eventually feel more comfortable with intimacy, more trusting with men, with me in this experience, and be able to move on in your life to have great partners and some mexi time. You know, like it's one of those things hard to say. Same thing for, you know, virgins, that, you know, there is that expected pain, and virgins can not ever want to have to go through that because there's an expected pain. You know, like there's a lot of women that have a lot of fear around that, and it takes finding a person that they feel really comfortable with to be able to lose that, you know, using the terms losing it, blah blah blah. I know some people don't like that, but you know, losing that and having that experience and being vulnerable and feeling the pain in front of someone is a massive thing. You know, I've met a lot of virgin clients that are just wanting a safe space like this so that they can move on from that kind of pain. You know what I mean? So they're not having to go through that with a boyfriend and feel embarrassed or feel like they want to run away from him, right? And so a lot book this for this reason, that reason as well. That's not saying I'm having smacks with them. I'm just saying, like, there's other things you can use. Anyway, hope that answers your question. And yeah, I want to know, like, what helped you women move on from that pain? What was it that did it for you? Was it just pushing through the pain and accepting it? Was there other kind of medication? Was there any other kind of therapies that helps women with that kind of pain? I'm sure not only me, but other people would find it really interesting to know how they could help with that pain as well. If you didn't notice, there is no music in the background now because TikTok bans my massage music in the background as copyright. So no more music. It's fucking shit. But it is what it is. Anyway, till the next video, I'm Chase, and ciao.